drop sound like I would never find. My truth is from my perspective. Your truth is from you. Bring me down. I see what I see. If it was only so easy, you won't bring me down. When you look so high, it's easy to look down on me. Your life is so pure. I am the one to decide what I should do. What makes it true? What makes it true? What makes it true? Life's too short. You really know. Life's too short. You won't bring me down. My life is true. True to me. True for me. This is the life you choose. Please don't bring me down. Please don't bring me down. I won't let you bring me down. It's free for me. It burned my and where everyone is but nowhere left to run. Nowhere left to run. I will not be down. My life is worth living. You're in my head. Now that I am alone. We begin again. We begin again. We will begin again.
Wow, what a powerful and thought-provoking single from the town. We hope you enjoyed Down and the insights it provides. If you want to keep up with all the latest from PMAD, be sure to follow him on Twitter at @PMADTheBand and on Instagram at @PMADTheBand. Now, keep listening to Metaverse Radio, WMVR, Digital Broadcast Chicago, where Web3 friendly sounds just keep on coming.
Do you remember what life was like before the internet? What about before the metaverse began to explode? How about before anyone had ever heard of COVID-19? If you can, your memory's better than mine because I can't even remember what I had for breakfast. Well, the next group certainly can, and it may have been bacon, eggs, and Weetabix with a side of toast smeared with much more. G-Man hails from England, Sweden, and we're about to reminisce about how it used to be. GNBAND. Or on Instagram at G_MEN_SE. The one thing they didn't have were almonds and pecans because they save all their nuttiness for their songs. With how it
that day we
Check, 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 check. Ow! I almost forgot to do this right now. Good stinking morning. It is a winning Wednesday. We are getting set up here to be live, to be across to all of you out there in the world. What an exciting day it is. The week has been pretty stinking incredible. I mean, it started off with some bangers, right? Came out day and if you missed any part of that, don't worry, there's still a chance for you. You can hop in and check all that stuff out. It's pretty stinking cool. Really congratulations to Lester and everybody out there doing the dang thing. Like I said, we're getting set up over here on the Metaverse Radio side. We are live on YouTube, on X, and on Instagram. If you want to check us out anywhere, you can. Let's go. Make sure this gets pulled up here. Like this. Mute that there. And we're going to go check. Look at that. We are live on the Metaverse Radio, and it is a fantastic day here. What a day. What a day. What a day. What a week. Who's been excited? Who is excited? We're almost in February. Can you believe it? We're almost in February. It's so incredible. It's crazy. That's pretty stinking crazy. I'm going to put up here. Let's see if I can find this. Let's go. Let's see if I can find this slide here. Oops. Upload a file. I'm going to upload a file. I'm going to upload this file so y'all can see it. Maybe I will, hopefully. We have here some, oops, it's going to be in Claude. Nope, not there. Of AI.com. Okay, makes it super simple. Super simple. But we got the Love of AI coming up February 14th. Make sure you go ahead and pre-register. What? Oh, I spelled love wrong. Loveofai.com. All right. Share this tab. So we got the Love of AI coming up February 14th. That is going to be hosted by Claude Bernard, Vanessa Pages, Metaverse Page, and Lester Paints the World, or Nicholas Lester, however you want to call him, the founder, creator of UBC, which is the Universal Basic Compute. So that is coming up February 14th. Make sure you pre-register. You can go to theloveofai.com. Okay. There's lots more in here that you can find out. Get to know a little bit more about the speakers, not so much in here, but you can go and search them, Google them, find out what it is, why are they the speakers, who are they, what do they know, right? What do they really know? Well, some of them know quite a bit, right? And it'll be a good moment. This is February 14th. It is the day of love, and what better thing to love than the love of AI, right? Let's go. So register right here, okay? It's from 10:30 to 11:30 Central Standard Time. February 14th. At the same time that this is going on, and this is actually going to be hosted physically, the main host, Claude Bernard here, the founder of EduTech Tourism for France and many other places. I don't want to go into too much of it because it's still in the process of happening here. But Claude Bernard here, going to be a great experience. You got Vanessa Pages. If you don't know VXAI, you can now go out on Twitter, Google, anywhere, just tap in VXAI or Vanessa Pages and VXAI, and you'll find it very quickly. More about what she's been doing with AI and art over the past several years. You got Lester Paints the World here. Lester Paints the World, again, is the founder, the creator of the Universal Basic Compute and their swarms they've just released. There's a lot going on. We will dive more into that later on today because that's part of our win this Wednesday. You've also got Paige Designer, who is Metaverse Paige, more well known as Metaverse Paige. She's been doing amazing work inside the virtual space, XR space, and really delving into the AI and how all of these things actually tie together and what is that going to look like for us out here, right? So go ahead, tap in with the love of AI. That is February 14th. That's the best win you can give yourself this week is by pre-registering. It is a limited spot. It is a webinar. And so it is a limited space inside the webinar. I do believe there will be like recordings, replays, and things like that. But to really get hands-on and be able to get your Q&As in, tap in with the webinar. We are live on Metaverse Radio, as you all know. And I do want to say before we go any farther in this, that the content aired does not necessarily reflect the views of Metaverse Radio. It is for entertainment only and not legal, medical, or financial advice. Please, 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 please critically assess all the information presented. And careful, some content may not be suitable for all ages or audiences. Metaverse Radio respects intellectual property and broadcast content owned by us, used under fair license or within fair guidelines. I botched up a couple of those words. I hope it doesn't get me into like legal trouble. I'll have to repeat it. I don't know, but you get the idea. None of this is legal advice. None of us really know what we're doing. We're all learning. It's kind of like becoming an adult. It's like you sit there, you go your whole life and you think that all the adults just have all this stuff figured out because they're adults. And then you become an adult and you realize you're still learning. You're still growing. And that's what we're doing here inside of this space as well, right? So one of the ways that we can do that with each other is with the love of AI, right? Love of AI. So webinar February 14th, tap in, be there. It's going to be a good time. Moving on with our day here, we have other things that have happened this week, or not other things, have been many things that have happened this week, from our personal lives to our fun virtual lives, right? But right now we're going to move on from the love of AI. And I actually want to go into a little bit deeper into what is this universal, right, basic compute, okay? What is this? How does this work? You can, okay, if you want to, you can go with me to this website right here. We're going to share this tab. We're going to open this up here. Invest in autonomous AI. Okay, AI swarms, create revenue, collect profits. I don't often talk about, or I haven't been talking about the AI or the. I don't often talk about where you can put your money, how to invest your money, do things like that. And I usually just try to talk about just things that we're either involved in, events, artists, things like that. But as all of this develops and grows and still like, goes on to be bigger, better things, these are going to be critical, especially when we start talking about the ownership layer and the blockchain layer and all of those things. And what this has done, or what they've done here with these swarms, is it gives an opportunity for people to invest in where they're earning off of their AI. For a quick example, if you take OpenAI, for instance, you pay $20 a month, whatever it is, right? You put that $20 a month, and as all of those AIs go and do things, you don't get a profit back on your $20 that you've spent OpenAI to use those tools, right? Whereas with this, what you can do is you can put in, you can invest inside of a swarm, for example. Let's look at some of these swarms. We're going to go Launchpad here. There's a few of them that are already doing things, and I love the mechanics that they have involved in this. So you can invest I really want to just talk about so you put your money in, you pay to use these, you get access, you do all these things, and as these things are used, you actually start to see a return on the profit. So as the power is being driven, right? So if you want to look at it in a crypto sense, as they're mining, as they're, as the blocks are being confirmed, whatever you want, as all of these things are happening, okay, the power, the tokenomics, the communication layer are these in UBC and in compute, as far as AI computers is concerned. And so you'll start to see revenue splits, and it's weekly. So you'll get weekly dumps into your wallet, I guess you could say, from this here. So here's where, oh, look at that. Look at there. Boom. So going back to the OpenAI example, so you're putting in $20 a month into OpenAI, but you never see a return outside of the AIs that you use. With this here, you can go take those agents, you can do whatever you want, plug them into here as a swarm, and as they're being used, now your product things in there. Lester and the whole team behind this have done an amazing job really putting it together, and their drop was very, very well, even with the hiccups and all of the issues that they did have. Still very impressed with what they got going on. I just realized I did not open the space side of this thing. Let's see here. Let's go. Boom, 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 boom. Let me start. I totally forgot about the actual space part. Let's go like this. Here we go. Skip. And boom. Welcome to the Twitter Spaces. It is a winning Wednesday. How we doing out there in the world? We like our spaces. We love our Twitter spaces, our X spaces. Thank you for this side of things. We're gonna keep moving right along here. If you're just tuning in with us here on X, so far we have talked about the UBC, which is the Universal Basic Compute, out there from Lester and the team. They've done an amazing job putting all of that together. We've talked about the Love of AI. You can go out there and check out loveofai.com, where you can start to learn more about what's coming up. The webinar, we're gonna play. There's gonna be a lot of playing. Get registered for it now. There is limited space, so please register before it gets too packed out there. But, here we are moving over to, because there's been as we talk about the AIs, right, and the upcoming things. Okay, let me do this. Let's go. Bam, 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 bam. If I share this tab, it's going to share all that. Oh well, here we go. Let's go into. We're going to look at some of these virtual worlds and things like that, and we have been talking about those on the Super Satiro days, on where we can put this stuff out, right? Drop it, drag it, do all those fun things. But there's some, right? There are some platforms that you can do more, right? And since we're talking about here with these AIs and how these things work and investing in these things, and if you really want some wins, this is an immediate win right here with the UBC. Right now, I believe last week they had $15,000 or something like that in burns, which if there's a 50% burn, that means there's about $30,000 total that could have been split. So 15,000 of that got burned, and I believe somewhere around that got split between the stakeholders of those swarms. So within the first week, I mean, people did see like $100, $200 in returns easy, depending on where they're at inside of that whole thing. That's just the first week. So huge congrats. And the token, even though it's, the value of a token, which it always does, is people buy in, they sell out, they buy in, they burn it, right? So all that's still fluctuating. The mechanics of it to keep the token on a consistent, not level, but even continual ramp, right, is pretty good. So congratulations to them. But we're going to move on here to another AI that we haven't talked about a whole lot, okay, as of yet. But it's different than, say, like your what's the words? It's going to be different than the other AIs. For example, with UBC, that's really built on Solana, and this one here is a layer 1, okay. And how do I so it is a layer one. Okay, is a layer, and I'm trying to pull it up now. There we go. I'm trying to just Google search real quick. Pulling it up. All right, so token right here. I'm not being able to pull it up, so let me pull it up over here on X because I know that it's there. So, oops, Umoe. You owe me. It's a layer one, okay, which that in and of itself is it's kind of it's I don't know how to. I say it's a layer one. It's a layer one, but they're connected to base, okay, and I'm not 100% sure that I'm going to explain this properly. And doing your own research on this, it's gonna be because it is different, okay, and it is going to be very different than a lot of the other AI tokens or AI things that are coming out or being talked about. The main difference, one, is it's a layer one. There's very few layer ones that are impactful anymore. Okay. Two, it's already connected with the over the reality platform because it was built by the people that made the over the reality platform to a certain extent, right? So you have their team, it's actually this team, right? So that's another advantage, I guess you could say, right? Because it's already connected to an augmented reality platform, or it's going to be, right? And so they're going to be running their white labeled AI agents through here. I do believe so, because in February, right, there's supposed to be this thing called NFT Paris, right, which is again, kind of why the France Marseille love of AI is right there where it is. But yeah, so you got NFT Paris, NFT France coming up right around the corner, and that's where there's going to be an AI agent thing. Now, it was made by Metagate, and I'm not sure how much of that's going to end up tapping into this, but there is an over the reality aspect to this event, to this specific event by Eddie Eth, that you can go and check out. Artverse Paris is the facility, right? That was founded by Sebastian. If you don't know who Sebastian is, Sebastian's one of the not founders, but really drivers of the sandbox and has been for quite a while. So that all said, there's the Uomi token coming out. Highly recommend. You can go ahead and stake your over the reality tokens for this. Let me back up even farther, I guess. All right, so Uomi is a layer one. All right, keep it real as simple as I can. It's a layer one, just like Bitcoin and Ethereum are layer ones. Okay, and then you have like Polygon base that are layer twos. Now Uomi is supposed. I don't know it because it's a layer one. I don't know the exact connection to base that they're driving here. But that's part of this whole thing is they are moving to base. They have moved to base. They're not on they're with Polygon. There's a whole lot. They're accepting base. I'm not 100% sure on how all of this is being laid out. They haven't given off a whole lot of information to it outside of you can go ahead and start staking your over the reality tokens on base to earn Uomi tokens for the future. So there will be an airdrop if you stake your over the reality tokens for this. The functionality of the Uomi token, I do believe, is much like the UBC functionality, where that's the communication layer for the AI. And I could be completely wrong, but I do believe that's part of the purpose of this is to make it easier for all of these things to function and communicate. Because it is a layer one, it will be accessible to other chains to tap into, much like you can build on Base, you can build on Polygon, or you can build on ETH, you can build it. And so I'm believe that's the way it can go. But again, I don't know. There's no one from the team has really come out and spoken about anything. All we get is these things here. So there's the information we have. If you want to know more information, you can go to their Telegram and check that out. There is a test net, okay? And I'm going to open this up here, right? And I don't know how to do it, okay? Just to be very clear, there is a spot where you can say interact with an AI agent, all right? And if I go here, and share this tab, right? You can connect your wallet. Here we go. Let's see if I can do this. It's going to let me do it. Let's see how I can do it. I'm still spending, so it's on. It's on you. It's on me. All right, let's go like this. Connect. Approve. All right. Network. This so I'm still connecting to Uomi. There we go. Looks like, all right, there we go. Now, all right, let's go. So what is and how do I work or use Uomi, right? Let's just, bam, see what happens. So waiting for network's response. So you can go ahead and start chatting their LLM and things like that if you want to, right? These are here. There's also a Twitter bot, okay, that you can go ahead and chat with, talk to, do those kinds of things. It's all right here. Now, because all of this is on chain, right? So all of the, I believe, because it's still on that layer one, all of these things, all of these, they'll be like blocks. It'll be like little data information that'll just be pulled from. All right, there we go. Uomi, or Unstoppable Open Machine Intelligence, okay? Here you go. It's a project that aims to integrate artificial intelligence into blockchain technology, specifically creating a layer one blockchain that allows for secure and efficient AI computations. The goal is to create autonomous economic agents that can operate independently, transact crypto assets, and cover their own computational costs. How to use Uomi. While Uomi is still in development phase, here's a basic overview of how you might interact with it. Understanding the technology. First, familiarize yourself with the core concepts of Uomi, including the optimistic proof of computation consensus algorithm, which ensures secure and efficient AI computations on chain. Economic agents as NFTs. Uomi proposes that AI agents will be represented as NFTs. These agents can own and transact digital assets autonomously. To engage with these agents, you might need to interact with them through smart contracts or decentralized applications. Staking and incentives. If you're interested in participating in the network, you could stake Uomi tokens. Staking helps secure the network and can earn you rewards. There are also slashing mechanisms to penalize bad behavior. Using AI services. Once the network is live, you could use AI services provided by these autonomous agents. For example, you might use an AI oracle to get reliable data feeds or an AI trader to automate your trading strategies on decentralized platforms. Participating in the DAO. Uomi plans to have a decentralized DAO that governs certain aspects of the protocol. You can participate in this governance by holding BE Uomi tokens, which gives you voting rights on various parameters. Developing on Uomi. If you're a developer, you can build apps and services that leverage the unique features of Uomi, such as its ability to handle complex AI computations on chain. To get started, stay updated. Follow Uomi's official channels. Stay updated on the latest developments. Join the community. Educate yourself. Read the white paper and any additional documentation to understand the technical details and vision behind Uomi. All right. So again, everything I said earlier about it is a layer one. It is accessible to these other areas, and I'm gonna botch it all up. It's said it in a much cleaner way than I did. Other than it's there's still what can you do? So let me ask it again. Let's go with, okay, what can I use in here? Let's go like this. Boom. So you got the Twitter agent, Telegram agent, Oracle's agent, DAO agent, digital artist agent, gaming NPC, and DeFi trader agent. I said that wrong. I'm a chat agent right now. If I go like this, Twitter agent, boom, it's going to take me somewhere else to a whole nother chat. All right, to a whole nother chat. Right now, it's loading up what I can do today. Here we go. Xiaomi. Okay, here we go. Nope. All right. Since Xiaomi is still in its developmental phase, there aren't active on yet. However, there are several things you can do to stay engaged and prepared for when Xiaomi becomes more active. All right. Stay informed, read white paper, follow the channels, engage, educate yourself, prepare for the future, contribute to development. All right. Follow GitHub repositories, other feedback. Okay, so prepare for the future. Right, this one's the easiest. I think it's the most beneficial way for anybody that's like, okay, but how do I get in? Because there's not a whole lot you can do. Right, just start with the tokens. Go ahead, stake your tokens. You're over the tokens. If you have over tokens and you want to stake them, you can go ahead and start earning some. What's it going to hurt? Like, not financial advice, but what's it going to hurt? If you're looking at throwing some tokens and some money around and some things, this is in my opinion, this is a simple, easy win. It's an easy win. Over's not going anywhere except up. Okay. The community itself is what drives any project, period. And the community that has established itself around the world inside of these areas, specifically on this platform, it doesn't matter who's running it. Okay, that do with it. The community drives the platform, and because there are people that are using this platform even when it can't really be used to its full potential, but there's people still pushing and using it daily. I believe it's a good win. It's a safe bet in my play. I don't see this as I see it as a safe bet. So go ahead, tap into Xiaomi over here. Just my opinion, just my personal opinion. You can go ahead and start chatting with it. You want to know more? How do I stake? Where do I stake? What's a good number to stake? In fact, wait, let's go. What's the most I can get on a $5,000 stake? There we go. So that, I mean, you can ask questions like this. You can go ahead and start learning about it. This probably isn't a bad place to learn about it, right? You can just go talk to their agents, okay, and learn more about Xiaomi if you're interested in the AI aspect of these things, right? It's just a safe bet, in my opinion. I'm still waiting for this thing to load. You want to know what I could get, and I want to see it. I want to see it. I do. Now, on this note of being able to see those Slurpee NFTs, one of the first that actually is on Over the Reality. That was when you could put 3D assets out there as NFTs, and hopefully we'll get back to that pretty soon. I'm hoping my NFTs will show up as 3D assets again pretty stinking soon. Get it on a. Just curious. What is it going to say? The exact returns you can get from staking Xiaomi tokens depends on several factors, including the staking reward structure, the current work conditions, and the specific rules of the Xiaomi protocol. There's a general breakdown of what you might expect on a typical staking reward structure. There's a whole lot of yada yada in there, okay, that I'm not going to go because all the math is here, right? So suppose, where you get into 50 cents per token and $5,000 by 10,000 tokens, assuming that typical annualized return of around 5 to 10% for staking, can vary widely. You can estimate your return, right? Okay, on 10,000 times cents, value would be $350. So that's not what it. Those are the examples of the numbers and the math that's there. Okay, so if the Omi token is worth more, you earn more. If it's worth less, you earn less. Okay, but that's where the math is going to take out. All right, we're coming. We're going to move on from, right? Move on over here, but you can go straight to it. It's uomi.ai. And if you want to go straight to the chat, it's just app.uomi. There you can go ahead and plug in, get familiarized with it, start talking to it, understand what you're going to take. You're money to get returns, the AIs, and to have the utility and all of those things. That's different. And that's more my playground. I like to buy things that I'm going to use. I'm not too much into the purchasing things just for the flip. I'm a terrible flipper. I did the flipping thing years ago. Back when like stocks were a thing. I used to love playing with. I loved stocks. I did. I love stock. And there was, you remember those times when you could only trade like 5 times a day, and then you had to like up how much you were putting in so you could actually trade more. And I remember those days. They were good days, and I quit those days and retired those days so I could sit here, stare at a computer, and talk to all of y'all about these things. But it's a lot of fun if you're into that kind of thing. I got out of it. It's not my game, especially inside this meme world. I'm as much as I love the people out there, the people that make the memes, meme it up, guys, ladies, gals. But yes. So I'm not a flipper. I'm not a memer, but I do like to buy things that I can use, which is why we did buy like the over the reality plots of land, and things like that. So as these things start to develop, hopefully we'll be able to get a little bit farther, a lot sooner. Into this AI, this all of this stuff. Where is it at? Eliza, right? So Eliza, which is the A16Z, and I want to 16Z. They are changing. They had some announcements come out that they are. Where's that? I thought I had it. A16Z. A16Z has now. They're doing things different, but if you don't know A16Z, they're super powerful in the AI space. They've been. Let's go. They've been. They're super. They're just super. Oops, where's that? It all A16Z. They're doing some things. Very, 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 very active. I believe they're invested in Postmesh, Mesh Maps, and others that are doing things. So the people that did the New York City Central Park, right over there, where they mapped it out and they did the whole thing Christmas time, and they did the whole tour with everybody. That's part of that. They're tied in with all of this as well. All right, we're gonna move over here. Oops, let me bring this back up. Share this screen. We are gonna look at over the reality today a little bit, just a little bit. It's not because there's winning. No, it's because this is just kind of funny. So if we look over here, if you haven't heard, there's this guy Trump, who's super interested in changing the name of the Gulf of Mexico to Gulf of America. And it looks like somebody, okay, somebody got the memo. And it looks like they bought right here. I don't know if y'all can see it on the screen. I hope you can. It says Gulf of Mexico right where the word is on the map. They bought this little spot right here. They paid just under 50 OBR for it. So it's probably right around the $10 mark for that spot right there. That the name's the Gulf of Mexico. So maybe at some point it'll read Gulf of America. I don't know. But I thought that was interesting because that was you can go into right here into the primary market. So if we go overlands, primary market, okay, and so that's where that land is, right? But you can look at the last NFTs, the last purchases and things like that, right? So right now they're on an active daily sales, about one NFT a day, okay. One time there was like 5,000, but that was during the land rush when everybody was buying virtual lands everywhere. Times have died down. We shook out the sheets. Okay, let's see what platforms actually are doing something. Let's see who's not. Obviously, there's some that aren't still here. I'm not going to say the names of the ones that aren't still here, mainly because I don't say names of things that unless I want to give highlight to it. If you haven't caught on, one of the things that I'm very well known for is I will talk total trash and I will say you're a poser. If I tell you you're a poser or I tell other people you're a poser, that's probably the biggest compliment I can give you, just to be very real. I know it doesn't sound like it, but it really is. Because if I'm calling you a poser, that means that I'm calling everybody else around you fake and you're the most real person that I've seen. So that said, so some of those platforms, I don't mention names. So if I am talking bad about you, know that I'm talking about you. Right. So if I'm the louder I talk bad about you, the better. The loud, because I'm still talking about you. That's the key. That's if I don't like you, I just won't say your name. Period. So we won't talk about the platforms that aren't here, but this one is still here. They are still having people purchase lands on a regular basis. They've got a lot of maps out there. Or a lot of places in the world that have been scanned. So, which helps to do some things, especially on the later on as so if let's say the you owe me tokens come out, the AI agents come out, they connect them here. Well, now they can go up. One of the plans in the white paper is to take all of the information that's on Wikipedia, put it inside here. That's actually what they're training their AIs on, is the Wikipedia. So they're going to take all of that, poof, put it into here and drop it. There will be that public layer that's accessible to have all that information. So how that works for the landowners, I don't know. I don't know if there's like a reward system where it's like as the lands are being used, even on that public layer, if everybody's getting fair share, or if it's only on that private layer that you start to get your kickbacks. I don't know. We've never seen them. But these are the things that are hoping and being prayed for to be happening very soon. But you can go on, check that out. That's the primary market. So if you want to see like, okay, well, who's still buying what, where, and why? So here you've got Paris, France is being purchased up a few spots, okay? Right over here, as we change the page, there's some more spots like New Orleans. I see got quite a few spots picked up. It looks like somebody's getting ready for Mardi Gras. UK, couple spots got picked up. We're not going to go too far back. We're only going to go a few pages into this. But as things get bought here in like the UK inside of Lakewood, all look at that. So as these things are still actually being picked up, for me personally, it shows okay, there is interest in this part as well, not just the investing in AIs and things like that, but people are very interested in purchasing these lands still. So there's still more purpose to it and things like that. I am seeing the Telegram become more active again with people versus bots. That's a very healthy sign to have. Like when people start coming in and they're not asking questions about tokens, but they're asking questions about how to utilize what it is that's being done. That is huge, and it shows the social interest back. Okay, for me, that there's real people coming into this. That some of the people that were here few years ago. They're still here. They're trying to figure out, okay, well, now that I'm back, what are the rules? What's changed? What hasn't changed? There have been many changes to the structure of Over the Reality over the last few years, not just within the team, but even within the mechanics of the NFTs and things like that. As many of us know, there was at one time inside of a white paper saying that dead lands would be taken back, and that the owners wouldn't have, if after 3 years those dead lands would be taken back. That is no longer the case. They have changed that completely. So let's say you lose access to your wallet, you can't get to it anymore. That's just a bummer. It's a bummer on you, but it's still rentable. Anybody else can still rent it. You can go rent it from yourself, actually, which is kind of funny, but no one will ever see those that money ever go anywhere. So if you lost access to your wallet, people can still have access to your lands to use them. You just won't ever be able to access the return. So keep a hold of your keys, right? Keep a hold of your keys. But that does save. So like, let's say I have 3,000 lands. At one time, I was going to have to activate each one of those at least once a year. Well, now I don't have to do that. Okay. If I have 3,000 lands and I only want to activate one, I just activate one. Or I never do anything. I don't do anything at all. I have 3,000 lands. I never touch them. Doesn't matter. I get to keep those NFTs. So that's huge. That is a very big deal. There was somebody that came into the Telegram this past weekend and was asking about that. They had not been around for a few years, and they were like, hey, I'm just showing up because I want to stay active because I don't want to lose my lands. And so that started the conversation. So I'm letting everybody else know here publicly in case you were interested in that aspect as well, because it was a big worry for you. Don't worry about it. Your lands are safe. You still have them. You're not going to lose them. You get to keep them forever. Congratulations, right? Congratulations. All right. So Over the Reality right here. You can go check it out. The Yomi tokens are coming in. It's going to be fun. Okay. There's AI agents coming around. That's going to be fun. The next AI agents, right? That are really Yomi is going to be connected. Okay. And UBC is connected. But one of the things that's really going to help tie all this together. Okay. And I've been building up for this moment right here. You ready for this? Okay. Are y'all ready for this? I don't think y'all are ready for this, but let me just show you. Okay. One of the things that's really going to help tie the metaverse world and all of these things together is this guy right here. So let's see if I can pull it up. I don't know if y'all can see the screen yet. If you can't see the screen, I apologize. If you're listening, I'm going to tell you all through the alley. So one of the ways that it's actually going to like in the big scheme of things, okay, we're all long tail of this, right? They're form and they're stuck to it, and this is where they're at, and they are the masters of that. And then there's Altered, who has taken all the platforms and said and devoted day to day over the past at least 4 years, getting groundwork for their AI agents, creating their AI agents, getting the back end, all that information that each individual agent is going to need, whether that's for a marketing agent, whether that's a production agent, whether that's a trading bot, whatever that is. There's 700 of them, 700 plus that they've gone and created. And they're going to be world geolocations in real time, where anybody, okay, anywhere in the world can go and start utilizing these tools. Now, they are going to be connected right here with the UBC. That is one of their ultimate goals, especially right now, because of the swarms. And so being able to tap in with those swarms and with that, the overall community aspect of things, it'll help give you an opportunity to tap into the alley directly, where even though you don't want to make the agent, you don't want to make the swarm, you don't even necessarily want to use the agents all the time, but you can tap in and start investing into, not today, but very soon, into the AI Alley and start receiving your rewards through the UBC and really tap into what Altered's got going on. Because they're not just AI agents, okay? They're not just AIs. Man, look at that spread, though. All right, percent on the whole Solana AI hackathon. Good job, UBC. All right, but it's not just. Sorry, I got distracted. It's not just AI agents that you can LLM and talk to like on that website. These are going to be, and here you go. This is the one I was looking for. What is UBC? All right. I want to share this back out. I'm going to go like this. I'm going to share a post. Then what is UBC? Who is UBC? And as you see right here in the AI Alley, right, you can see these agents. You can see Altered right there talking with an agent to learn about what is UBC. How do I get involved? You can have a voice conversation and go beyond. But it's going to be connecting those virtual worlds, real world, and all of those aspects together. They're going to be placing these out in real world locations across multiple different platforms, so anybody, anywhere, again, can have access to these agents and to these forums. So as all of this starts to develop, I mean, think about it. So remove this just so here we go. All right, so that's the AI Alley. Definitely connect with Altered Alley. Okay, if you've never been to one of their experiences, one of their spots, you have the opportunity this week on January 30th. I'm very excited and very proud to be able to say that Altered Alley is connected with and continually grow and hosting events such as the Free the Green event. And so congratulations, Altered, getting Ludi and the spatial community involved in that. It'll help bring the eyes that you need and that you want to you, I guarantee. So congratulations to Altered Alley for putting in all of the work and the time needed to make sure that they're prepared for this day, because 2025 is here. And if you haven't heard, it's the year of AI. Even the new president said we're going to put $500 billion into this idea right here. So that to be honest with you, that made me peek up and go, man, I wish I had like 200 acres that I could just put some buildings of servers on. They would just be like, think about it. Forget mining crypto. I want to start mining AI data. But that's a whole different thing. But yeah, so tap in. It's a huge boom this year. It's all the topic, all the rage. It's everything that's happening. This is the year of the AI. I hope you're all prepared for it. What happened? You got somebody picking on you over there? All right, we're going to get back to the school here in our home, okay? Because as you can see, I might have some people playing behind me that are supposed to be doing some reading, some writing, probably some math and things like that. And we've been enjoying using some of these AI tools to help with that. And if you haven't already started integrating, this is a whole side note, but if you haven't started integrating the AI into your educational framework, now might be a good opportunity. I understand that there's some that fear like, okay, well, what about this? What about that? Okay, well, don't go giving all of your child's data or your data and making a whole, but your daily programs. You go up and you talk with the AI and you say, okay, hey, I'm 5 years old. I need to learn how to read. I don't know how to read. What would be a good monthly plan for me to work with? And then try and work that out. And then you can go and tap in later and go more and deeper and deeper and deeper as you want to, as you feel comfortable. It's important, especially for the next generation, to understand. And one of the gaps that I personally found inside of the generations, right? So when I was in school, we had a computer class where they taught us like how to build a computer. It was typing and like how to make the computer, and it was stuff like that, right? Where now a computer class is like a software class, right? And different things. And I feel that, in the not so distant future, the next level of that computer class is going to be the AI courses, right? Because a lot of this stuff is going to start being more and more automated, and these things behind me, this is where they're going to be. For me, I'm learning it. It's new. For them, it's every day. This is like, this isn't new. This is what's going to be here, right? So start adding in, if you can, just plug in a little bit of future work for the kids, right? Go ahead and start taking the typing classes. Only in this case, it's the AI course. What is AI? How does it work? Go through the raw. Go through the basics. Where does it get? What do you mean it costs money, right? Like a membership fee? Oh no, it just costs energy, and I can pay for that. MetaMike, I believe, was on a spot yesterday with Digital Fem. That's one of the things that they've really started enjoying is paying directly for each thing that they use, the energy they use versus the service or the membership, right? These are things that you can start looking at. Highly recommend tapping into. Go and check out Altered Alley. Okay. Tap in with the AI allies, see what they've got going on over there. To me personally, that's the next generation of things that I really want to be looking at. All right. So, I mean, just look at this. Just look at this picture for a minute. Just look at this picture. Look how beautiful that is. Just look at it. Just look at it. I'm going to take me off, but look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. So that's it. We're going to close out today's Winning Wednesday space right here because I feel like this is the best. Like, look at that picture. It's just so beautiful. So congratulations, everybody out there on your Winning Wednesdays. Hopefully you're stacking your bags. Hopefully you got some dips, right? Because crypto dipped and it was good. It's still there, right? It's going to be a funky few months. So go ahead, enjoy the ride while it's here. The next generation, as I said, of tokens and things are about to it's going to get funky, man. It's going to get so funky. You owe me, okay? The UOMI token out there. Go ahead, if you can, stake your over the reality for it. Grab what you can out of it. Okay. If you're interested in like getting some returns, like right now today on a weekly basis, UBC, man. UBC is the way to go. Man, it's not just holding UBC. You can hold UBC, but you're gonna take the UBC. You're gonna get some compute, and you're gonna throw the compute inside of the swarms, right? And that's where you'll start stacking. That's where you start just weekly returns. Okay. Like I said last week, some of these things, I want to say they burned $15,000 worth of tokens. Burned $15,000 worth of tokens in their first week. So that's, you add that up over 10 weeks, that's $150,000 real quick, right? That's what they burned in a week. So very excited to see their progression there. Congratulations, everybody out there. I'm going to stop saying congratulations because even my own self starting to get a little crazy. You know what I mean? So get out of here. This is a Winning Wednesday. Thanks for joining in. Thanks for tapping in. If you have questions, reach out, not to me, but to Altered Alley. So if you have questions, reach out to somebody that you feel can best answer those questions. I highly recommend starting with an AI. They can probably help you better than a person until you need that help with the Excel spreadsheet and formatting themselves, in which case, grab a friend, sit down, get some coffee, and spreadsheet it out. Until then, I'm Hexadized. This has been a wonderful Wednesday, Winning Wednesday with the $1 lands. We'll see you next week. Goodbye.